Tonight on Q2, the Montana legislature looks to say cheers.
A lot of the grocery stores in Montana see this as just a no-brainer.
Beer and wine may soon be available via DoorDash delivery. We'll have those details. Plus, scammed out of thousands.
It can happen to all of us. This wasn't a deliberate thing. It was just the right time.
A Billings restaurant victimized by DoorDash. Now they're eyeing the community's help. And for the first time, a look inside the city's new home.
Well, this will be the new city council chambers.
Several city departments are set to move into the Stillwater building. We'll take a tour of the nearly $50 million project. The MTN News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Riesinger. Buying beer and wine in Montana may soon become easier. That's because Montana lawmakers are looking to pass House Bill 211, which would allow delivery of those products from services like DoorDash. Something that is currently done in nearly 40 other states, but that doesn't mean there isn't some risk involved. Tonight, our Haley Monaco learns the motivation behind the legislation and why they say it will be safe.
These days, I can order dinner, makeup, dog food, and even my weekly groceries, all from the comfort of my own home, using apps like DoorDash. But here in Montana, I can't get something like this delivered to my door. But a new bill could soon change that.
I'd go DoorDash in the evening time. It was a good job.
Drivers for companies like DoorDash and Uber could soon be delivering a six-pack straight to your door.
Well, I think it's a good idea.
It's definitely got a novelty to it, as long as it's done correctly, I suppose.
State Representative Katie Zolnikov is sponsoring House Bill 211. If it passes, it would only allow delivery from businesses with an off-premise alcohol sales license. That means grocery and convenience stores, not restaurants.
This bill has been in the works for probably 3 years at this point.
From 2022 to 2024, grocery delivery services increased by 56% in the U.S. Zolnikov says beer and wine delivery is already legal in over 30 states, and that it only makes sense to allow it in the Treasure State.
I think a lot of the grocery stores in Montana see this as just a no-brainer of, it's worked in other states. It's proven that it's safe. There's robust age identification. So it's just kind of getting up with the times.
The delivery driver would have to be 21 or older, would need a license to deliver alcohol, and would carry an ID scanner to check the recipient is also of age.
If you're going to the gas station and you've ever got your ID scanned, it's technology very similar to that, but it's portable.
A driver won't deliver to a college campus, a public space, or to someone visibly intoxicated.
You're not going to be able to get like a mixed drink cocktail delivered into your hand to drink.
Just prepackaged beer and wine with the click of a button. More opportunities for drivers.
I would definitely probably want to work the weekends if I wanted to make more money during those hours.
And more sales for stores.
I hope that this goes well for everybody.
In Billings, Haley Monaco, MTN News.
The James Beard Awards semifinalists have been announced, and as always, Montana is well represented. The award is considered to be among the nation's most prestigious honors for restaurants, bars, and chefs. And this year, 4 Montana chefs are up for Best Chef in the Mountain Area, including Billings' own Nick Steen-Gollings from Walker's, Joshua Adams of Campione and Livingston, David Well of Praise Chico Hot Springs, and Linda Hong of the Hummingbird's Kitchen in Bozeman. They're all vying for that honor. Bozeman's Vienna is up for the most outstanding bakery in the U.S. Well, the Devil's Toboggan made the outstanding bar list. This marks the 35th year of that event. A popular Billings restaurant, Cjun Fatties, is no stranger to helping out in the community. But now that business itself is in need of the community's help, as thousands of dollars were drained from their accounts through an elaborate DoorDash scam. Our Isabel Sparts takes us inside that scam and how the restaurant hopes to recover.
Billings restaurant Cjun Fatties has been a favorite for both Louise and Jim Alexander for several years.
Just get a hankering for some Cajun food every now and then, and this is authentic. This is good.
An atmosphere they say owner Ashley Robichaux has created to feel like a warm home.
They're friendly here, and Ashley is really a sweet person. She cares a lot about people.
But now it's Robichaux who needs help. The restaurant is the latest victim of an elaborate scam.
It was a perfect storm. right fit at the right time.
According to Robichaux, their DoorDash iPad had been experiencing issues, and they eventually received a call for technical help.
Because it was down, I had no reason to question it, and they knew enough information. So I give them whatever whatever they were asking for.
Scammers posing as the company was able to get personal information and change account passwords for most of what the restaurant has. And before Robichaux found anything wrong, she had already lost thousands.
You're violated on all these levels that you just, I'm a trusting person and you just kind of don't expect it.
DoorDash accounts for 40% of their business, and after recent hardships of losing their location on Grant, it hasn't been easy.
We've been doing this since 2012. It's never been an easy thing. We're like any other small business that's just trying to, find your place in the world and hopefully make enough money and to grow.
The restaurant will do pay what you can meal benefits for veterans 4 times a year. But on Monday, whatever the community can give will go to help the restaurant they love, one that has given back so many times.
It's a great thing. I really do.
We really do.
And I think that we as a community need to support that.
Our community, our family that we've created here is amazing. I have been in tears all day from the support. I'm thankful. I am definitely grateful that we live here.
In Billings, Isabel Sparts, MTN News.
A prominent Crow Agency musician is denying allegations of sexual crimes against a child. 53-year-old Jared Stewart pled not guilty to 1 felony count of abusive sexual contact of a child and 1 felony count of sexual abuse of a minor. Court documents allege Stewart knowingly caused a child under the age of 12 years old to engage in sexual contact from the years 2014 and 2018. They further allege that Stewart engaged in sexual acts with the same child between 2018 and 2021 when the child was between 12 and 16 years old. Stewart has released several studio albums and performed all around the region. If convicted, he faces a maximum sentence of life in prison.
Good Thursday evening. Taking a look at our satellite and radar composite. A lot of clouds over much of Montana and Wyoming today, but not a lot to show for it. Things are starting to change, though, where there's a cold front moving our direction. Some light snow trying to fall over portions of southeastern and east central Montana, but not much is hitting the ground. Same thing for areas around Fort Peck. Northeastern Montana, some light snow trying to hit the ground, but a cold front is going to be pushing overhead late tonight through early tomorrow, bringing a better chance for a larger area, especially to the south, to have a little bit of snow. But today in Billings, it was a windy and cooler than average day. Had a seasonal low of 18, but we only reached 32 degrees for a high. We'll let you know when the snow is going to fall and how long it's going to last coming up in a few minutes.
High winds have been wreaking havoc over the last couple of days. While those winds are now lessening, a massive cleanup project is underway near Gardner after 104-mile-per-hour winds Tuesday knocked down more than a dozen power poles. Many of those poles are located in the foothills of Dome Mountain, just north of Gardner. Northwestern Energy says the remote location and rugged terrain means the work will take several days. But for residents in the area, not all is lost, as they are now being served by an alternative power line, so service is not being interrupted. If you've been down to City Hall recently, you've probably noticed the building is mostly empty. Most city offices, including the police department, are now in the newly renovated Stillwater building. Tonight, our Charlie Kleps takes us on a tour of the new digs, as he also learns the future of the old City Hall is still uncertain.
Construction progress continues to be made here at the new City Hall building in downtown Billings. This will be the entrance for the public off of North 26th Street, with the first City Hall meeting tentatively scheduled for February 3rd. From the outside, the Stillwater building may look the same.
This will be the new City Council chambers.
But step inside and you'll see the new City Hall has been upgraded in a big way.
This is where City Council will have all their business meetings and their work sessions.
From modern and more spacious City Council chambers,
so the 4th floor, mainly the police department.
To an entire floor dedicated to the Billings Police Department.
We're all in one building and should be a lot more user-friendly for the public.
Practically all city departments can be found here. Assistant City Administrator Kevin Iflin says that unity was one of 2 main goals when the city decided to spend $46 million renovating the building. The second was more practical.
Old City Hall, a great building. We occupied it for decades over there, but we were just running out of spaces. We were remodeling closets, old vaults to put people in, to serve the public.
That certainly won't be the case going forward. The 5-story building will house nearly all city departments. As for the old City Hall building, changes are on the way.
We're looking at closing May 1 with the city.
The property and the adjacent parking garage are being bought by longtime Billings developer Bill Honecker, who plans to bring this 7-story Marriott hotel to downtown.
It's kind of a modern European in terms of design.
Construction is expected to begin this summer. The hotel will be built where the old Rockman building stands. Honecker still isn't sure what will become of the old City Hall.
There's just so much to do, and so that building's a little problematic.
Regardless, Honecker and the city hope the changes will bring new life to downtown.
I mean, it's going to create, I think, some synergy to all of it. We're doing it because there's the need for it.
It'll be a boost, for restaurants down in that area, a bunch of different, other businesses along with that.
In Billings, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.